Well, let's discuss the Supreme Court's verdict further. Legal expert Evans Ufeli joins me on the news. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, could this judgment have been any different from what has been declared by the Supreme Court, in your opinion?
Well, every case is distinct. I mean, the facts of the cases that the Supreme Court have dealt with over this time on election petition are quite different. Remember, there are cases coming from tribunal to Court of Appeal, and from the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. So you couldn't have said that it's been different or the same. The fact is that in some of these cases, parties are contending irregularities in the election. In some of the cases, parties are contending qualification and issue of disqualification. Substantial non-compliance with the Electoral Act, how substantial non-compliance with the Electoral Act affected the outcome and all that. In this particular case, there was a dispute as to the declaration of the winner, where Ari had unconstitutionally declared Binani the winner of that election, and we saw the outplay of what that cost, because like the Supreme Court said, that he has no power under the law to make such declaration. He acted in self-deceit, and that is, the Supreme Court went further to say that it was an act of irresponsibility and criminality. Okay, it's unfortunate that he has not been properly dealt with, so that society will see what the consequence of this could be. Okay, these cases are distinct, and that is why if you look at the verdict of the Supreme Court, it has been from one issue to the other. In the case under reference, I mean, the current governor won at the tribunal, won at the Court of Appeal, and won at the Supreme Court. But if you look at Kano, you discover that the tribunal didn't give the current governor the victory at the tribunal, won at the Court of Appeal, but the Supreme Court restored it. So in Plateau, you have that mismatch and all that. So all the cases couldn't have had the same outcome, because no two cases are the same, and they were practically on different issues, not the same issues, even though they are all election matters.
Now, it appears the outcome of elections are now decided in court and not at the polls in Nigeria. What can be done to change this narrative?
Yes, because the electoral system has not been worked on. As long as you don't have a clean electoral system, that we guarantee that if a party loses election, he will see from the outcome, from the process, that he lost the election on the basis of the fact that he didn't get the highest number of valid vote cast. Okay, so but where our election system is struggled with this kind of irregularities here and there, ballot box snatching, conflict, violence during the election and all that. Once you have disputes and conflict as part of the build-up an election, there is no way the result thereof will not lead to a tribunal or court for the court to make it. So the way out is that we must reform our electoral system and develop a hybrid electoral system. Perhaps we could be looking at, voting online or having electronic voting or something like that. That we clean the system of, all these debts. It is when you have an electoral system that is a near perfect one, that is when you can have a reduction in the court intervention and the outcome of it. But as long as the electoral system is not okay, and there's a lot of irregularities, there is no way I am going to lose at the polls. And looking at the irregularities that are played out throughout the election, I will not go to court to contest the victory, you understand, of the adverse party. So I will do that. That is what every politician will do until we come to a point where we now have an electoral system that is suited and proper for this population, for this country.
Our legal expert, Evans Ufeli, many thanks for your contribution.